Good afternoon and welcome to Dinner on a Dime. I'm your host, Justin McCaffrey, and today I'll be showing you a nifty little trick of garnishing any cheese plate or fruit tray you might have out for friends at a party. And we'll be making this right here, our apple bird, out of a great, one of my personal favorite apples, the Red Delicious. And this is it's a great way to put the wow effect on any of your friends who might be coming over. So first off, we'll start out with what you need for your project here. And that's a simple bottle of apple juice. The cheapest kind you can get works just fine. And that's just to simply turn your, keep your apple from turning brown while it's sitting out in the heat. And this works just as well, if not better, than lemon juice or grapefruit juice or any kind of citrus juice. Plus, it makes your apple taste like, well, apple. Because you know you're going to have kids running by and snagging pieces of it later on. It'll get destroyed. But for the moment, just let it stand there in its beauty. Okay, so what else you'll need? A bowl to put your apple juice in. You can dip your slices in as you slice them. Show plate to put that out for your friends to enjoy. You'll need a cutting board. And last but not least, you can use any kind of these, but I prefer a nice little sharp knife to use. All right, so let's get moving. First cut you're going to want to make is towards the top of your apple, about a 45-degree angle from the side of your apple, cutting towards the pit itself. I'll just cut that off right there. And this we'll set aside for use later. We're going to need that. It's going to be an important part of the apple bird. Okay, so you got a nice little angled surface there for your apple to stand on, as you can see here. And the first cut we're going to make is going to be in line with the top here and the bottom. And it's going to make a shallow V cut, just to take a small part of that skin off. There you go. And you're going to want to dip that in your juice so it doesn't turn brown. And lay that on the side because we're going to need that in just a little bit when we put this back together. So your second cut, you're going to make the same thing with about I'd say about an eighth of an inch. You're going to make equal cuts and turn out another V slice. Dip that in the water as well. And as you go, just dip these in your apple juice. Just keep laying them one inside the other. And that'll keep them from turning brown as you're slicing your apple as well. There's number 3. There's number 4. And you notice right here that my V slice broke, but that's fine. We could just dip these slices in. They'll work just as well as any of the other ones. Lay that on the side of the others. Keep going, make another slice. And looks like this is going to be our last slice for this segment of the apple bird. As you get down towards the core, there's not much you can do before you hit the seeds. And you can see we actually took a bit of the bottom off there. But we're going to dip that in, lay it in line with the others, and put that on the side, right inside the apple where it was to begin with. And you notice all these are lined up perfectly with the core, and those are going to stay straight and true to that. And we're going to do the same here on the side. So we're going to do another V angle cut, take off just a little piece on the top of the skin. And the shallower you can do these cuts, the better, because then you can get more actual wings to the bird, as you can see on this one, and your tail will go out even farther. That's 2, 3. Dip that in the apple juice. 4. That's number 5. And last but not least, looks like we're going to get 6 cuts out of this side. Find my place. Okay. And we'll dip that in the apple juice. Once again, putting all these pieces back together in the same order. And just make sure you squeeze out, because you don't want too much apple juice inside those cracks. You want your apple to hold together well. All right, so we're going to the third side. This is the last series of cuts we're going to make. There's the first one at the top. Second. Oh, these are going to pop out on you from time to time. They tend to be a little unruly. Don't worry. That'll come together when we need it to. See, I'm starting to settle into a rhythm, so I can speed up these cuts a little bit. Same as before, just keep dipping them in the apple juice. Okay, and it looks like it's going to be the last cut we're going to get out of that side. So we'll lay all these back in. Okay, and that's our completed apple bird right there for that stage. We're going to keep that apple together on the side. We don't want to expose it to too much air. And now I'm going to have to make the head piece right here. And we're going to do that by curving around. We're going to use this here as the beak of the actual bird. You want to see if you can cut in a curve right around the edge. And you could just trim that off to make that thin. All right. And then you're going to cut the stem at a slight angle. And you're just going to push that in towards the end of that, towards the firm side. And that'll be the eye of your bird. Push this centerpiece back just a little bit. And you got to cut just a little bit of a slot in here to fit the neck of your bird in. Turn your angle, or you can get a finer paring knife to help you do the trick. And then we're just going to insert that right here. And if we're lucky, that'll hold just like we want it to. Looks like it's going to give us a bit of trouble, so we're just going to hold that in. You can use the other part of the stem, or even a toothpick as well. So just push through there, and that'll hold that up for you. Next thing, we just have to slide out our main segments and shingle them out. Those will be our wings. And you don't have to worry about these falling apart, so go out as far as you can with these, because the apple juice, the natural juice of the apple and the fiber of the inside of the apple is going to hold these together, kind of like a natural suction cup. You see I'm having a little trouble moving them all. And they'll fall off from time to time. Don't worry, that's going right back in. Shingle out our last feather, our last wing piece. And there's your completed apple bird. That's ready to go right on your fruit tray. So enjoy the next party you have. Enjoy putting one of these on your fruit tray and putting in that extra wow effect into your friends. Once again, this is Dinner on a Dime, and I'm your host, Justin McCaffrey.